All right, let's get this thing started. Twitch, y'all know what to do. Say hello to YouTube. YouTube, how y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? Welcome in. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all turn on that vacation bell, like Brooklyn say. And make sure y'all put some comments below. We go live every night, and sometimes day, like right now. And we streaming from Twitch, okay? So y'all make sure y'all tap into Twitch. Make sure y'all subscribe here. If y'all want to see the live reactions, though, make sure y'all go to Twitch. You're probably gonna see this a little chopped up. So it is what it is. But today we got a video of the coldest village on Earth. How you say that, y'all? Oymyakon? Negative 96 degrees Fahrenheit. Loy.
A frozen wolf. If you don't move, you freeze.
Imagine a village where temperatures drop as low as minus 71.2 degrees Celsius.
I wonder if that's a really frozen wolf.
Spending just a few extra minutes outside can lead to frostbite, the loss of a limb, or even end of life.
Is it frostbite?
Oh, yeah.
After staying outside for just over 15 minutes, my nose turned white. Ice crystals began forming inside the cells, and the tissue started to die. If I had stayed out 5 minutes longer, my nose would have suffered permanent tissue damage.
When people breathed outdoors, it would sound like dry grass rustling behind them. That was the sound of warm breath turning into tiny ice crystals.
I'm in the coldest inhabited place on Earth, at the coldest time of the year. This is Oymyakon. Just to stay alive, I'm wearing more than 20 layers of clothing, weighing nearly 14 kilos. Stepping outside from a warm 30 degrees Celsius home means facing a temperature drop of over 100 degrees. That's why I'm also wearing gloves, boots, pants, and a coat, all made from reindeer fur. And even that's not enough. And now
I'm going from 86 degrees inside to negative 96 degrees outside is ludicrous. Oh my goodness, bro. That seems like that would like shock your body. But he got on a good amount of layers. I still think he need on some more socks though. Your feet seem like they'd just be freezing in that snow.
I'm about to show you what life is like when simply going outside becomes a battle for survival. Within seconds outside, ice crystals start forming on the eyelashes, and the skin starts to sting. The village feels like it's been abandoned.
The cold burned my finger.
Bro, look at that.
The cold doesn't just affect people and wild animals.
See, I don't know if them animals are real, bruh. I don't know if that was that animal real?
The cold doesn't just affect people and wild animals.
Did they just bury that out there? I don't know, Chad. I don't know. I mean, it seems like it's very much possible. Like, I mean, come on, negative 96. I mean, that's freezing. That's cold. That's cold.
It stops everything from functioning. Phones don't work properly and often shut down.
I thought it was gonna say
Cars
that
left outside freeze in just a few hours. Since the ground is always frozen, no fruits or vegetables can grow here. We boarded a plane in Moscow, flying east for 7 hours to Yakutsk.
From Moscow, 7-hour flight to Yakutsk. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't know nobody lived up there. Every time I see this spot on the map, I'd be like, yeah, it's probably uninhabitable. It's probably way too cold. And it's probably cold like year round. I don't see that being a spot where people will live. Like, I just don't.
From there, we covered an 18-hour, 900-kilometer road trip. It's 2 a.m. and we finally arrived at the coldest village in the world. The thermometer reads minus 60.5 degrees Celsius. When we stepped out of the car, it felt like we were on another planet. The hairs in our nose were frozen, and we felt them prick with every breath.
They got Christmas lights up? It must be Christmas time. They got the Christmas lights up. Either it's Christmas time or they just got them up year round, because y'all know how people do. They put them lights up one time and be like, well, just keep them up there. Save them for next Christmas. Yeah, we ain't gonna take them down. We gonna keep them up there and save them for the next time. But man, the lights probably don't even work. Them lights done froze.
The dry air makes us cough uncontrollably.
That's an aggravating
Oymyakon
thing.
is home to around 800 people, spread across 1.5 square kilometers. Seeing anyone else outside is almost impossible, as if time itself has frozen in this place.
It's really cold. We are
That's a small town
about
too.
15 minutes.
Obviously.
As you see, my friend's eyelashes are full of ice. You can see another ice droplet on his upper lip.
That ain't no ice. That's a snot crystal. That's nasty. You should Gotta get that off of you. That's now that camera is phenomenal, ain't it? Camera picking up all the hair follicles. Like, yo, picking up everything. I think you'll need some. I think you need some a different type of Carmex too, because your lips seem like they'll chap up like crazy.
Oymyakon, our land surrounded by mountains. It gets brutally cold here. The temperature drops to minus 63 degrees Celsius or even minus 64 degrees Celsius. Because Oymyakon is located in a basin, there's hardly any wind. The cold just settles in and stays.
In this region, the ground stays frozen all year round. This layer of frozen earth is called permafrost.
Yo, all right, we got to get through the video, but yo, look at all the ice. Like imagine, because this is just a model of what it is, but imagine the amount of ice under them. Imagine how cold it is.
And it can reach hundreds of meters deep. To survive the cold, the villagers built a central heating system. A single coal-powered boiler sends heat to most homes through pipes. The system must run non-stop. Even a short failure puts everyone at risk. The interiors of the houses differ from traditional village homes. Heating pipes connected to the central boiler run through the rooms to keep the houses warm. To build on the frozen ground, thick wooden beams are first laid down to create a flat base. Then, the main logs go on top. A 30-centimeter thick subfloor is added, followed by insulation, and finally, the finishing floor. Each wall is made of 7-layered materials. There's wood on the outside, then basalt wool as the main insulation barrier, then plaster, mesh, foam insulation, another layer of plaster, and finally, a wooden panel inside. The windows are triple glazed, forming a vital barrier against the bone-chilling temperatures, and the attic is insulated with sawdust and soil. Combined with a stove or heating system, this setup keeps the residents warm. In nearly every building, the entrance room is intentionally left unheated.
We freeze everything in the front room.
We'll get this refrigerator.
Because you don't need a refrigerator.
I have frozen milk and frozen meat that I store in the cold.
As you can see, these first two rooms at the entrance used for storage and as a refrigerator.
These unheated rooms also serve as a buffer against the freezing cold.
You can see ice and snow covering the interior of the room, especially the ceiling.
In Oymyakon, the day begins early. Yevdokia is already at the barn. Cattle farmers here wrap a cloth around the cow's udder to protect the sensitive tissue from frostbite and to keep it clean.
Yo!
The udder isn't at risk.
Yo, I'm sorry. What? They gotta wrap the cow's udders just to keep them safe. Yo! They gotta do that every day. Yo, that is wild. Everywhere else in America, cows stay outside. When it gets cold, they're outside. Here, I guess they're outside, but they gotta be protected. Oh, that's wild.
Of freezing anymore, but once the milk starts flowing, we have to be careful.
Because of the extreme cold in Oymyakon, no water pipes run to the buildings. They would freeze almost instantly. The cows must step out into the cold every morning and make their way to the river to drink. One by one, they step into an icy hell, moving quickly, knowing they must return before the cold becomes too harsh. Their hair became crusted with ice almost immediately.
This part of the river is not frozen because it is coming fresh from the mountain. Underground spring water meets with the river and keeps this part of the river unfrozen.
Then all of a sudden, my whole face went numb. I couldn't move the muscle on the left side, like I was having facial paralysis. When my nose started freezing, Yevdokia noticed right away.
Is it frostbite?
Yeah.
The cold shrinks the blood vessels and eventually reduces blood circulation. Without enough warmth, water inside each cell freezes into ice crystals, causing the cells to rupture and triggering a stabbing pain and tissue to die.
You should cover your face like this. Walk while covering your face. Be careful, or it might turn black.
From this point on, until the end of the documentary shoot, I won't be able to stay outside for more than 10 minutes at a time, or my already frostbitten nose could get even worse. But as the documentary progresses, and the temperatures drop even further, we'll be pushing our limits to show you what survival here truly demands.
Here is the cure. This is aloe and just alcohol. You soak it like this and apply it to the area that's frozen. And don't rub it, okay? Otherwise, you'll damage the vessels in the capillaries, and it'll lead to sores.
Then Yevdokia began her daily chore.
Yo, she outside thugging, yo. She outside thugging. She don't need no face mask, all that other stuff. But y'all do notice one thing? She does not have eyelashes. She don't have facial hair. She, as a matter of fact, I don't even know, she does have her eyebrows, but she don't have eyelashes. She don't have eyelashes. So they gone. They gone. And they got the remedy for everything. Why we just don't talk to them?
By hanging freshly washed clothes in the yard. Within just minutes, they completely froze solid.
Her clothes are completely frozen. My hands are freezing.
After that, she headed into the barn to milk the cows.
I keep Yakut cows because they produce really high-quality milk. The fat content can reach 7 to 8%.
But is she in there without a jacket on? Like, I mean, she got a jacket. Her sleeves are rolled up. She don't have, like...
Headed into the barn to milk the cows.
She got minimal clothes on right here. She got her hat on. And they said they don't have... I don't know if they have water. Heating in there. She barely got anything on. This cow look like he hurt. Yo, he look like he about to turn into a demigorgon.
I keep Yakut cows because they produce really high-quality milk. The fat content can reach 7 to 8%.
As you can see, there are some ice and snow covering the ceiling, but here is warm. The sides are also covered in snow. You can see some droplets from the ceiling. That is because of the humidity.
The air is thick with the smell of hay, warm milk, and livestock.
Now we are going to meet a horse master.
We're about to see the wild Yakutian horses in their natural habitat.
They're all like
Ruhi.
Here are the Yakut horses. The conditions here are so harsh that only they have been able to adapt.
What is the temperature today?
It's somewhere around minus 50 degrees Celsius here. It's also hard to be outside for a long time. We have a system of fences in the open area. They mostly graze freely.
These Yakutian horses don't need heated shelters, as they can endure minus 70 degrees Celsius outdoors, day and night.
Unlike regular horses, they are short. This also helps them to stay outside during winters, because short body means it can radiate heat to a smaller area. Their body looks very puffy, very rich in fat and round. This is because of their thick fur. And also their horseshoes are very tall, allowing them to stand on this freezing ground very long time. They're not captured. They just being fed here. Their body means food. This is horse meat. They eat it here as
Yo, they're keeping the horses to eat them. They don't capture them, but they're raised to be food. The horse meat look like some bacon.
you can see, it got a lot of fat. This is one packet, a packet of a horse meat. This was ordered and it's going to be sold to a customer.
This large pile of hay has been stored since summer. It's the main food supply for the horses during winter.
We moving too, boy.
Mikhail offered us a taste of his horse's meat and liver, which is only eaten raw and frozen in this region.
Raw horse meat.
It's full of vitamins and good stuff. Since we don't have fruit or vegetables here, we get our vitamins from meat.
Tastes like ice. I can't feel the taste of it because
I don't know about that, Chad. I don't know. I don't know about eating a horse, bro. I suppose it would taste like, well, see, it's more fatty. So I know like deer is more lean. So I don't think it would taste like a deer. Dog, this one's throwing me for a loop. And they're not cooking it. It's just frozen and they're just eating it like chips. They're eating the horse meat like chips. But the horse meat ain't a chip. You gotta be built different for this kind of stuff.
it is frozen.
This is the liver.
In Oymyakon, daylight lasts only about 4.5 hours in January. It's 3 p.m. now. As darkness falls, we're calling it a day. Before cars, animals like horses, cattle, and of course reindeer were used for transportation.
Reindeer.
Reindeers are very important in this region, not just for transportation, but also for its meat, skin, and also milk.
About half a kilometer beyond the
They eat all their animals. They say, nah, we need food. We gonna eat all y'all. You know what I'm saying? They eating the reindeers and everything. But I guess this is where Rudolph is from. Rudolph must be from Oymyakon.
village center, frozen forest of Oymyakon begin. In this village,
moving
most
too,
people
huh?
herd animals for a living. But for those like Ivan, hunting becomes the main source of income.
I am a man of the forest. These lands are my hunting grounds, and here is my tent, my home.
Yo, he living in a tent? Buddy's living in a tent in negative 96 degrees Fahrenheit weather. Built different. And he ain't no young bull either. Like, Buddy been outside. He been outside in a tent. A tent.
He's making fire now. We need this fire because it is too cold here.
He make his own fire every day. Maybe twice a day.
We must walk on the path. The ice underneath is thin.
We made our way to the frozen river to check the fishing net he had set the day before. Ivan warned our cameraman just in time. He was about to step onto a cracked patch of ice. One wrong step could cause him to fall into the water.
Oh, hey!
And get wet.
In the winter, when it was just as cold, my dad was out riding his horse in the woods. He fell through the ice and started freezing right away. Realizing that there was no warm shelter nearby and no chance of rescue, he made the decision to shoot himself to avoid a slow, painful death.
And we out here filming. I don't know about that, bro. I'd have been like, well, yeah, that's cool, that's cool. No, I see what you're doing. We ain't gotta stay on this much longer. Bro, imagine falling in that. You're done. You're done. Like, you're immediately, like, you're either about to die now or you're gonna die later. You're going to die. You fall in this, you're dead. The things we do for content, the things they do for content. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all not gonna catch Jay outside in no negative 96 degree weather. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm just not gonna do it, bro.
Oh, someone special ones. It's already frozen.
Our gear was already struggling to work in this temperature, and now this frozen lens is useless, and we'll have to give up on it. To get the net, he's removing the ice from the hole using a small shovel. The fish remained alive for only a few seconds after touching the freezing air.
Water was warm, but now on the surface, this fish is shocked. It's completely frozen.
To make it easier to cut, he's warming the frozen fish by rubbing it with his hands. He's carefully slicing it into thin pieces.
Frozen.
Filet.
Raw wild fish, when it's frozen, you feel like you're just eating an ice.
You should eat with salt. Fish are loaded with vitamins in the winter.
Inside the tent, it's warm, but
Why
as
not
you
cook
see,
it on
the
the
other
salt
part is completely frozen. He's feeding the fire and sharing some of the fish to nature.
O Spirit of nature, accept our gift. Bless us with a successful hunt and grace us with the abundance of your land.
According to his shamanic belief, he must keep the spirit of the hunt satisfied, or next time, he might come up empty. We're heading into the wilderness. Ivan wants to hunt something big.
Man, that's food you letting go.
Looks like something's been through here. There are
I'm
footprints
pissed.
and little patches of urine left behind.
Look, roe deer tracks.
We're getting close.
Because I stayed out in the cold for more than 10 minutes, I've started to feel numbness in my nose again. I have to be more careful.
I don't feel my nostrils.
From that side, it ran towards the forest. That's where I'll set the
Bro,
trap.
why not keep something up, though?
He hopes to catch a large animal. The hunter knows the animal follows the same path every day, so he's placing the trap along his daily route. He's covering the trap with snow. He's using a dog's tail to remove the traces smoothly. We'll return to this spot later to see what he catches. But
Yo.
first, Yvonne wants to check the trap he set
These
yesterday.
people, hey, they know
He
how to
scans the
live.
snowy landscape carefully.
They know how to live,
Everything
bro.
here is like a book to me. When the snow falls, I track how many animals there are by their footprints. I already know how many animals live in this area.
The Saka are a Turkic people who migrated from Central Asia, and
dude's
I'm
smarter
from
than y'all
Turkey,
think, bro.
a country whose roots also trace back to the same region. Before we continue with the documentary, I'd like to thank the sponsor of this project and explore how closely I'm connected to these people. There it is, lying on the snow, a solid catch.
You got a hare. A very big one. Quite enough for all of us to eat.
It wasn't the trap that killed it. The freezing cold did as he lay there, stuck and helpless.
So, the nature has no joke here.
This trap is smaller than the one we set today. I'm curious to see what the next catch will be, but for now, there will be meat on the fire tonight.
In Oymyakon, there are a lot of hares. During the war, it was actually because of hunting hares that our people survived.
Tamara cooked the hare and prepared a dinner table at her house.
It doesn't have any fat in it. It's a very lean meat.
They saying hares, and I'm thinking they talking about the hair on the doggone the bunny. But they're not talking about the bunny. They talking about like tortoise and the hare. It's a hare. It's called a hare. What's the difference between a hare and a rabbit?
So hares and rabbits are both logomorphs, but different in size, habits, and young. Hares are larger, solitary runners with long ears, legs, born fully furred and alert, living above ground in simple nests, and rabbits are smaller, social burrowers, born blind and hairless, relying on underground homes for safety.
Rabbits are born blind? The more you freaking know.
Some of the upcoming scenes were among the hardest to capture. Thanks to the help of the Ulangovs, the leading YouTube channel on rural Russia, we were able to make it happen. At the first light of morning, we come across something unexpected near the house, a giant snake sculpture. It's entirely made of cow waste, weighing more than 360 kilograms. It was built by a local farmer. The region's sub-zero climate also makes plumbing systems inoperable. If water pipes were installed, the water inside would freeze almost instantly. Instead, residents meet their needs, such as washing their hands from water they had previously stored in tanks.
Our sink is old. There's a bucket underneath to catch the water. When it fills up, we just take it outside and dump it.
Once again, the absence of plumbing infrastructure means that houses have no indoor showers or toilets. Instead, these essential facilities are built in the gardens, inside unheated cabins. The lack of a sewage system means that human waste remains where it is accumulated. Since waste freezes instantly upon exposure to the air, it often accumulates into frozen columns, sometimes reaching up to 1 or 2 meters in height before eventually being broken down. When someone has to use the bathroom, they need to put on a lot of clothes, and they must be fast to not get frozen. Using these toilets is never a pleasant experience. But this one's different. It's heated, but the problem with it, it cannot be ventilated as the cold disrupts the heating system. This type of toilet is still preferred to be protected from the cold, despite the unpleasant odor that accumulates inside. To bathe, cook, wash dishes, or simply drink, clean water is essential, but getting it is a whole other process that takes a lot of effort. People here collect blocks of river ice and melt them to get fresh water for daily use. Right now you're looking at a vast white blanket of snow, but under, there's a frozen river, the only source of water. He's using a chisel to cut into the thick ice.
You have to work quickly if it's cold. Otherwise you'll freeze.
As we carve out solid blocks one after another, we lift them and place them onto the sled.
Oh, I feel like they don't have enough coal.
Yeah.
Wait.
We've loaded as many ice blocks as a sled can carry.
Our ancestors used to transport ice with oxen.
How long?
Yo, that's crazy, huh?
I have a big family. It'll last us 2, maybe 3 weeks.
These huge blocks are kept either in the cold room inside the house or just outside in the backyard.
They put them in a barrel and let them melt, and then they drink it.
The ice blocks we collected together will not only be used in his own home, but also shared with neighbors so they can use the clean water to bathe. In this village, a bathing routine doesn't start with turning on a tap, but with chopping wood. The boy is grabbing a large chunk of ice given by Nikolai, and he's bringing it inside.
Our grandparents take baths for 2 hours. We usually stay for about an hour and a half.
How long does it take for you to complete your bath?
The whole process takes around 4 or 5 hours. We bathe once a week on Saturday or
4 or 5 hours to take a bath. So people really just be walking around dirty, bro, because I get 4 or 5 hours in a place where you ain't got nothing else to do. That may not be bad. 4 or 5 hours, but it's not like they scrolling social media. They working. People in towns like this, they're working 24/7. Like, they're always working. You wake up, you go to work. You go to work to survive. Like, you're literally going to get ice, going to find food, find wood, milk the cows. We live a life over here, bro. We live a life.
Sunday.
The next step is to turn frozen shampoo into liquid near the stove. They're rinsing themselves using a ladle. When they finish, they're dressing quickly, as they'll step outside from 60 degrees Celsius to minus 54 degrees Celsius, a difference of 114 degrees Celsius.
Yo. And they don't have nearly as many clothes on.
After their weekly bath ritual ends, the next morning begins early. It's 7:30 a.m. and children are waking up to a freezing cold morning, still pitch black outside. Thanks to the simple indoor tank, the kids can wash their faces and brush their teeth in the warmth of the house. But for other needs, the kids still have to use the outdoor toilet. Jana helps her daughters get dressed for school. The children wear many layers of clothing for their commute.
Everybody else on the job so they can survive out there for a few days.
Before they leave, Jana wraps a wool shawl tightly around their faces, covering their mouths and noses to protect them from the biting cold. Now, they're ready to go outside. The walk to school is about half a kilometer. Every winter morning, Nikolai walks his daughters. The school remains open in Oymyakon unless temperatures drop below bone-chilling minus 55 degrees Celsius. Below that point, it's too dangerous to go outside. Today, the thermometer reads minus 51 degrees Celsius. As the kids arrive at school, daily life for people like Yvonne is focused on survival and hunting.
Yvonne has got a lot of animals here. He even has a frozen wolf.
He caught this wolf before dawn, about 2 hours ago, in the trap we set together.
Oh!
It died because
that's what he caught.
When it couldn't move. If you don't move in the cold, you die. This is a male.
That's what he caught. I was like, that wolf looked fake, but the wolf not fake. The wolf got caught in the trap and couldn't move and died. And he just froze where he was. Yo, what is it called when they be stuffing them animals after they kill them and then they mount them? That's what this looked like.
Ivan will sell the skin of the wolf and take the meat of it and make another trap, put the meat in the trap, and he will hunt a bear.
He's showing us his hunting collection. These are the pelts of the foxes he tracked throughout the winter.
This one is a fully grown bear.
These bears were killed because they kept attacking my livestock. Every year they come onto my land, and each time there are more.
Bro, who they got reading this for him, bro? These bears were killed because they kept attacking my livestock. Each time on land we had to. Bro, they got to sound like Bobby Boucher, bro.
Bear.
These bears were killed because they kept attacking my livestock. Every year they come onto my land, and each time there are more of them.
The cold in Oymyakon is so extreme, even the most durable vehicles would fail without proper preparation. If a vehicle is left outside for even a few hours without the engine running, it completely freezes and won't start again without a full defrosting process.
How are you planning to unfreeze your car?
We'll use a jet heater. We're not sure if it'll start.
Every part is frozen solid. Metal, fuel, oil, even the battery. They start by brushing off the heavy snow that's built up on the car.
The tire has turned solid like a rock. It was minus 56 degrees Celsius outside.
The tire's gone flat, not because of a leak, but because cold temperatures cause the air molecules inside to shrink.
They are going to install this to heat the vehicle.
We try to close it tightly so that the warm air does not escape out, but stays inside.
Yo!
And then take this one. It's too cold outside. Because of this, everything needs to be kept warm. Since the car is diesel, the diesel fuel in the tank completely froze. The car will stay like this for about 3 to 4 hours.
If a local is lucky enough to have a heated garage, they can store their vehicle there for months without risking the engine. As the car was being defrosted, we made our first stop at one of these garages.
I'm shocked by what I'm seeing here. I'm not gonna cap. I can't even, I'm trying to lock in.
In this garage, they use this material.
But
you see the walls, layer upon layer, and there are pipes here to heat the garage.
We heated the car for 3 hours. Now, we're going to try starting it.
The accumulator is installed. And the oil level is checked using the dipstick.
Look at all the stuff it takes to start a car that's been sitting outside.
Great!
This vehicle brought back from death.
Now we'll try to leave the place.
In Oymyakon, survival isn't about conquering nature, but about living in harmony with it. Guided by ancient shamanic wisdom, the Yakut people don't fight the cold. They respect it and endure within its rules.
Look, the temperature does not rise at all.
Here, even the cruelest winters are met not with fear, but with ritual and the unshakable belief that
You say,
nature
"I'm sorry,
gives
but this life
as much as it
sucks."
takes. This isn't just survival, it's coexistence. Huge thanks to my dear friend Turgut Ekim, who was with me every step of the way during this journey. He also filmed a video in Oymyakon where he accepted an extraordinary invitation from a local family and captured daily life in this freezing village. Also, while filming with Turgut, we jumped into a frozen river at minus 55 degrees Celsius. One of the most extreme experiences of my life.
Nah, bro. Going swimming, negative 55-degree weather? I'm sorry, bro. It ain't worth it. It ain't even worth it. Like, there's nothing in this world that would make me say, "Oh yeah, man, let's do it. Do it for the story." No, there won't be a story after I'm dead. Like, what are you talking about? Why would we do something that crazy?